Hi Aries, welcome to your reading for February 2020. This is going to be for Aries Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those who have planets in the sign of Aries. You may be here checking on someone you love. Hopefully an Aries loves you back. Or you were intuitively guided to the channel or to the reading. Welcome everyone. I'm so happy that you joined me. 2020 is going to be, this is the year of the Emperor, Aries. So this is your year, right? This is the year to bring out all those qualities. Be the go-getter, right? No, this is not the year to sit back and plan. This is the year to take action. So it's your year. And I'm happy for you. Very happy for you. And really what it's saying is all of us should take on some of the qualities of Aries and, run with it. Run with it. Well, just noted a big gash in my desk. Huh, weird. All right, my loves, we're going to go ahead and get in the reading. Like the other readings, we're going to start with the deck of major arcanas again. And we're just going to pull a few out, or we're going to let them come out on their own. Just a few. And that's going to give us kind of the underlying areas that we may be working on today, talking about today. This is the time when you want to quiet your mind through a little bit of deep breathing. Somebody asked me if the Tibetan singing bowl was coming back. It is coming back. Once I move, once I get into Sam's, I'll bring it back once I'm resettled within whatever my new office is going to look like. I'm bringing you along. So let's hope it's good. But yeah, I will bring everything back, and I will just, I was going to say rebuild. So yes, the Tibetan singing bowl will be coming back. All right, my loves. Would you quiet your mind? Feel free to ask your guides to illuminate the messages that are meant for you. You know you're not here for nothing. Even if you're not an Aries, don't even worry about it. Just go with the flow. And let's begin. I'm doing these readings a little early because I hope to be on the road, moved in by the end of the month. So I wanted to get these ahead of time. Don't worry about the time. Remember, time is fluid when it comes to reading. So often I hear people say that they've, maybe accidentally came across a reading that was a year ago and it resonated 100% with them. And I want you to trust in that, right? I almost hate putting a date on them, but, we need to harness them in a little bit. So don't worry about when you see the reading. If you felt guided to the reading, this is when you're meant to hear the messages. It's like when I do a personal reading, I tell people, keep your reading for a while because it's like new messages seem to emerge, or perhaps we are ready to hear them at a certain time. So let that go. Okay. That's a lot, but I am going to take them. They seem to come out with confidence, so we'll take them. I had the Hierophant, card of Taurus. I have the Sun, card of Leo. I have the Chariot, card of Cancer. I love seeing the Sun and the Chariot side by side with the Hierophant. That's a higher belief. So it's like it's taking us in, taking us to the Sun. I have the Fool. I have the Hangman. It's funny, the Fool and the Hangman side by side by the Chariot. So it's kind of like that push and pull. I want to, but I should. However, I can, but. And last but not least, we have the Moon card of Pisces. I often look at also as a Cancer card because Cancer is ruled by the Moon, so we would have a double Cancer. And, you know, I'm just going to say it, I also have the Sun and the Moon, and many people look at this as the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. So for, you know, some, this could certainly be talking about a twin flame, because right now the evidence is in front of us, but we'll see. We'll see. But this is definitely a push and a pull. A push and a pull. You know, I'm looking at the Fool who's emerging from the Hangman's energy. So I feel like what this is talking about, and we're going to go into much more, in a much deeper depth within this reading. But on a surface level, I feel like with the soul, or the Fool, the soul, the foolish soul, I feel like this is the energy of what was in limbo, what was being held back, what, you know, it's the energy of holding myself back. Why? Well, the Hangman's next to the Moon, so the Hangman is looking for some answers, looking for some clarity. You know, feeling like I'm in the dark about something, and because I'm in the dark, I don't move. You know, I want that light to shine for me to move. And that's exactly what happens, because you have the Sun come out, and then the Fool is in movement, and the Fool is walking towards the Chariot. So we have to look at the Chariot, and the Chariot is about a beautiful balance of energy. It is the balance of the masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark, the spiritual and the earthly, right? It's the balance of that. So the Fool is walking right towards that Chariot. And I feel like for some of you, the reason why the Chariot now shows up is because of your own actions, your own belief, your prayers being answered, you spending the time that you needed within the Hangman to seek what it is to give you enough clarity to then move forward in something. Okay, let's keep going. I have the Star on the bottom of the deck, card of Aquarius. And I want to say I just did Pisces, but I also did Virgos, put them out at the same time. And I'm going to do that this month. I'm going to do your opposites, you know, both the videos at the same time. So anyways, one of them had the Star in the same position. This is the energy of my hopes and my dreams, right? This is manifesting as above, so below. And it looks successful, because I feel like this is what I've been in. I've been in this energy of wanting to manifest, which puts me in this Hangman mode, right? I'm waiting. I'm looking for those big answers, and then I receive whatever clarity I need to then move forward. So I like that. This tells me this is some type of a dream or some type of hope that's now coming to you, or you're going to it. Okay, let's keep going. Aries, your readings have been very, pretty deep lately, and normally yours really aren't that deep, because normally I don't have to talk you into movement. You're usually ready, but I do feel, probably for at least a half a year, if not a year, you've been somewhat in this Hangman mode. And this would explain 2020 perfect, right? 2019 being in the Hangman mode, right? That's the time we were putting the plans together. The epiphanies were coming to us. And 2020 is about the movement. It's exactly what it's showing. One more. Got the 2 cups on the bottom of the deck. We'll see if it comes back out, but it is there. there. We can't deny it. All right, let's keep going. Look at this. We had the Chariot, but it was kind of turned itself sideways. So I feel like we're starting at the beginning. We're starting at why I want the Chariot to come out, what I want with this Chariot. So I feel like some of you are still a little in the Hangman energy. That's okay. I'm confident that you're going to be moving out of it. I'm confident you're going to receive whatever clarity you need to then move forward towards the Chariot. So you're moving to higher type of energy, a higher vibration, a different dimension, that type of thing. We have triple Cancer out. That's a lot of Cancer. Okay, I've got a lot of cards, but I'm taking them. I had a feeling we were going to get a lot of cards in your reading, so let's keep going. We have the Four of Swords coming right after that Chariot. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Six of Wands coming under the Fool. You know, some type of victory mode puts you into then action. So, you know, that's the energy of, you know, you may be speaking to someone, you may be laying your case in front of someone, you may be ready to move into the arena. And I feel like this is a time when people are going to see it your way. They're going to understand your words like never before. You bring a certain clarity to others, and maybe you had to search for that clarity for yourself. Now that you receive it, it's like you are helping to deliver that message to others. Look at this, the High Priestess. So this may be, this could certainly be some type of spiritual message. We have the Empress. We have the Four of Cups. It's like, where do I take my Chariot? I'm not sure where I want to take my Chariot. We have the Six of Swords. Beautiful. We have the Ten of Swords. Not so beautiful, but it's over. We have the Nine of Wands. Don't keep your focus on this Ten of Wands. Don't do that. You know, I feel like some of you may have been in some difficult energy with other people, a person or other people. You know, like nobody taking you for your word, nobody listening to you. Well, that seems like it's all changing. It is going to come through your energy, though. And what I mean by that is we have the Four of Swords is coming under the sun. So the Four of Swords is about a healing period. It's about praying. It's about meditating. It's being proactive in our own healing. And sometimes that means I ask for help in this healing. So Chariot coming out a little wonky, but I feel like it was coming out that way because some of us have not quite finished the healing process. But and it's an important process because as soon as I finish it, I have the Ace of Wands. So I have the backing of the universe within and myself. You know, and I feel like for some of you, this Four of Swords is also a moment, a time out, a figuring out of certain things. I feel like part of it is healing over, you know, other people's communication to you. Seems like it was rough. Seems like, you know, but I probably got involved in it. I probably came down to their energy. But I feel like I know, when I say I mean you. But I notice, I see my actions, I see that I'm being pulled down, and it's not what I want. So this is taking, you know, and this is bringing your spirituality into your healing, right? Bring your spirituality into your healing because, again, I go through that period and I come down to the Six of Swords. So what I learn within the Four of Swords, the healing process, whoever is speaking to me, whether that be Source, my guides, a mother that has gone before me, a sister that has gone before me, what I learned through that is, the communication and the way things have been may not have been right. Someone may have been wrong, but I myself am learning not to care so much, not to take on the weight of their words, because when I do that, it weighs me down or it pulls me in. So I feel like, it's like your guides giving you some type of awareness of, like, my dear, you've got to set down the swords of the past. Sometimes the past, the past does affect our present and our future, but it doesn't have to. There's certain things I want to bring forward, and that is the wisdom of the lesson. I don't want to bring the lesson itself again, right? I don't need to do that, but I can get pulled back into it. So I need to be proactive in my own life. I have the Four of Cups beside that too. So I feel like, some of you, and listen, you are the sign of action, of passion, of movement, of discovery. And when you're flipped around, I feel like it's the opposite. I don't want to go out and discover. I don't want to socialize, right? I don't want. And part of that is coming because I'm not truly happy within my own life. There's elements within my life that I am not happy with. I am not fulfilled with. And I feel like it's a lot of energy, again, of other people who, well, it's a little bit of each. Like, it's you who chooses to stay, right? But it's other people who, and I feel like these are people that I care about, who in some way help pull you down, okay? But you have to be strong enough to be able to walk away. Or if, just say, I can't walk away, then what it talks about is putting the swords down anyways and refocusing your own attention. Over here, it shows me the focus is upon that Ten of Swords. And that just is not what I want, right? I don't want my focus there. I want my focus, and I get it. I do get it, because, it's like I'm not moving forward until someone tells me that I'm right? I'm not moving forward until these people agree with my explanation, right? Agree with what I'm finding, that type of thing. But that's, you may not get everyone to see your point of view, but you'll get the right people to see your point of view. Come from the energy of your spirituality, your collective wisdom, and I feel like you're going to be fine. Oh, I still have 2 cards. Let's get the last 2 cards. I have the Hierophant again, double Taurus. The Hierophant coming under the High Priestess. Well, that's kind of beautiful, right? That is, that's our faith. That's a higher faith. That is our belief system. That is seeing through the veil and moving forward in that type of energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. She is falling under the Empress. To me, the Empress is the energy of all the queens. If I'm in the upright, I've mastered the Queen, every Queen's walk from the 2 to the 10. So those are different journeys that have taken place in my life. And if, again, I come from the light as the Empress, I now have the wisdom of all the queens. And the Empress does something with that information, right? She does something with it. Some of you, it's about a business. With this Queen of Pentacles right below the Empress, I do feel like I may be taking my experiences and, I'm taking them to the next level. If I want to pen a book, If I want to create here, if I want to start a business, whatever it is, if I'm coming from the higher energy, I almost feel like you can't help but have success out of that. But I do feel like some of you have learned something through that hangman mode, right? What was previously hidden now comes to light. And this gives you the ability to now move forward in your life. And again, I feel like some of you are taking that very message and sharing it in some way, whether it be I'm sharing it with one other person or I'm sharing it with the world. That's good enough. You know, that's what your guides say. It's good enough, however you want to do it, as long as you're doing it. You know, it's however you want to do it. Okay. I had the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this is another card that talks about where my focus is at. And, you know, why, because of where my focus is at, how it can hold me back a little. Okay, so the Five of Cups, I'm focusing on heartache of the past, some type of emotional pain of the past, but and it's where I'm keeping my focus. In this energy, I don't have a lot of hope, okay, even though there are two cups that have yet to be discovered, right? But I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. I can turn this around. Five is about a change, right? It's asked you to change where your focus is at and bring back your hope, right? This is why you have the Star. Two different types of energy. What's it going to be? The Star says, I know that there's two cups out there, and this is what I want to manifest, right? The human mind's like, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, a son of a bitch, this person, that person knocked over my cup, spilt my wine, right? Knocked it over. Had zero regard for my feeling. I'm focusing on it, and look how cold it is. So when I focus on this, it keeps me in this cold place. And when I think of cold, I think, you know, personally, me, I don't want to move when it's cold, right? I think about walking out of my home to the car, and the car is freezing, and I'm like, you know, or going to a restaurant knowing you got to get back in that cold car. I don't know what that has to do with it, but it's that type of cold that I feel. So let's think about that, because this is the underlying energy. So this is something we have to consider. It's almost like that 50-50 split. All right. Let's keep going. Let's bring our clarifiers out, or the third part of the deck, third part of the reading, I mean. Just the way I split the cards, it's making me feel now like this was then, and this is now, or this is now, this is what's coming type of energy, because this Four of Swords is pretty big in this reading. The healing process, the gaining awareness, right? Again, I'm gaining awareness over things that I don't know, and these are things that I should know. It's clarity that I should have. Maybe I didn't look before, right? Maybe I didn't even think of looking, but now that you do, right, it's this healing process. The sun is coming out, so whatever was hidden here is then revealed, which brings out this Ace of Wands. Time to go. This is about a passionate journey. You have the Chariot backing you up. It's like, you know, you don't need to walk for miles to get where you're going. I can just fly you there. I can just, and you're there. One of the places you're leaving is this Ten of Swords. It shows me that you're leaving it. This could be leaving a home, you know, leaving a job, leaving a situation where, again, pretty stressful type of energy, I want to say. But I have sat in that energy for a while. I've sat in it. I don't want to sit in it anymore, right? I want to get moving. This is why the Star is coming out, the Hierophant's coming out. Okay. I don't know if I cut these or not, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to give them another shuffle. the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. This may be something that has been hidden from you. That's about to come out. We'll see. I don't want to jump the gun, but I kind of feel that way. All right, let's start at the beginning. We're going to look at the Hierophant. We're going to look at the Sun and the Chariot. I have the Princess of Pentacles, and I have the Prince of Swords. So, Princess of Pentacles would be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Swords would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Princess of Pentacles coming out over the Hierophant. So, for some of you, well, listen, I know that some of you are connected to a Hierophant because it keeps coming out, or a Hierophant, a Taurus, because it keeps coming out. But when I see a princess or a prince, what I normally think is this is of an earlier time. This is when we were younger, that type of energy. And I do feel like I may have a couple here of an earlier time coming over the Hierophant. It's almost like a blessing over these two people. It's like the Hierophant is giving a blessing to these two people. Let's look. Could be someone's children also. Whoever they are, I do feel like they're receiving a blessing. Almost like they're being baptized, a baptism, a communion, because I feel like this is coming from source energy. But let's see. With the Sun right next to them, again, it could be someone's children. But honestly, I feel like it's you at an earlier time and someone else at an earlier time. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords. Well, I like that the Ten of Swords coming over the Fool, so that lets me know that it's ending, right? This stressful time, this time of fighting and screaming and yelling and that can come to an end. Okay, if I wanted to, it can come to an end. The Emperor, your energy. The Ace of Cups. And the Seven of Swords. Okay, so, the first thing I feel like, if this is a younger couple of an earlier time, let me put it that way. It's showing me the communication between two people and, not good, not easy. And, what did these two people fight over the most? I would say trust issues. Definitely trust issues. They, just wondering if I could trust someone. I feel like this is happening because the Three of Pentacles showing up, that's about merging together. And it's coming over the Chariot, which is kind of beautiful. So it's about coming together, right? But, coming together, but making sure that I stay to my own authentic skin, my authentic self. It's not about wearing any type of a mask here. Truly, I need to be who I am within this. But nonetheless, so previous issues of trust. I feel like someone over here entered back into your life and may have, talked about coming back together. And I feel like, you probably said no. But maybe your heart wanted to say yes, but I do feel like you said no. I feel like what you were looking for first is, I want to feel that I can trust someone. I want to know that I can trust someone. I also feel like I may have, I don't know, I don't know. Let's just keep it a trust issues for right now. It's funny because it just knows like the mother and father energy. Sometimes our first love can remind us very much of our father or our mother. We tend to gravitate towards that and then be like, what the heck? Okay. And sometimes it's just merely a lesson. Sometimes we get together with someone at a younger age and we do go through hell. But if we are in the light, we can start to understand, we can break it down, we can figure it out, we can see our part in it, and that way we can make some real changes from within. I see there was a lot of ego involved. So anyways, I feel like this person comes back in and asked about, coming back together. I also feel like someone may have gotten an argument with their father or their boss and left because of that. But here's what I feel. I feel like this boss or father, I feel like you find out some information that gives you some sense of clarity, but then I feel like you move on from that. You may be living with your parents, and whether I wanted to live there or I'm just living there because I'm waiting for the perfect time to move out. I feel like I can't really say. I feel like it's been a happy home. I feel like if anything, it's probably a lot of arguing. But nonetheless, in a way, it triggers you to begin something new. And I feel like that's what it's meant to do, meant to trigger you. It doesn't mean this person has to use this type of communication, but they did and they do. And so you have to make a decision from that, right? Sometimes I can't change them, so I maybe change my own circumstances instead. I feel like, anyone that I've had this difficult time with the Ace of Cups there, it's shown me that there's love, okay? It's not about, I hate. No, this is all stemming from love, but it doesn't mean, what's that saying? We always hurt the ones we love. And that's just true. We say things to the people we love that we wouldn't even think about saying to a stranger because we know it's wrong, right? But we say it anyway. And the reason why, there's a sense of, I guess, freedom within a family to speak our mind. Not always. Anyway, I feel like you're on the move, and I feel good about that. I kind of feel like maybe the last couple arguments were actually a trigger, to trigger you, trigger you for movement, for change. But nonetheless, I do have, I'm looking at the Hangman is looking at the moon. That's influenced by the Seven of Swords. So, and I'm feeling the Seven of Swords as energy that I'm not sure if I can trust. Can I trust it or can I trust it? And it's that drives me crazy, is the not knowing. Like, I'd rather just know, right? If someone cheated on me, I'd rather just know. It's the not knowing and living within that energy. It drives me a little crazy. Some of you, the Emperor, again, is your energy. It could be another Aries. But it could also represent someone that you look up to, that you used to look up to, that feels like they kind of let you down. And then in return, it triggers movement from you. Excuse me. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to leave that all out for a second. Don't mind Marley. It's like he's trying to bark, but he's barking as quiet as he can. We have the Prince of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have the Chariot. It's back again. So we have the Chariot 3 times. So we have the triple Chariot. I wonder if that's a horse name, but this is the triple Chariot. And we have the Empress, second time for the Empress. A lot of synchronicities here, guys. And last but not least, we have the Five of Wands. Okay. So I have the Prince of Cups that starts this, right? Comes over the Chariot. Let's talk about the Prince of Cups for a second. Prince of Cups is normally the energy that is bringing some type of proposal into your life. You know, it can be something as simple as asking you out on a date or asking for your hand in marriage. It can be any of that. I feel like with the Chariot really falling under both of these energy, I feel like this is two people who may be ready, right? May be ready to merge together in whatever way that is. Again, the Prince of Pentacles, it doesn't have to be love, but it feels like it's an energy that comes from love, that stems from love. But it's some type of offer that I feel when it arrives, it definitely pulls at my heartstrings. Definitely pulls at my heartstrings. So let's look at this. So I have the Empress back again. And she's also connected to the Chariot. She's got it to her left, but she's also got it above her. And she's moving into the Five of Wands energy. So let's look at this for a second. I almost feel like someone is joining some type of competition that relates to, you know, like tarot reading, a spirituality, like some type of contest that, you know, I don't even know what the prize is other than a self-fulfillment. Guys have to let me know if someone is joining some type of competition that has to do in some way with my spirituality. But I almost feel like I'm doing a reading and I'm trying to win the contest. I feel very, very good about that. And I feel like if I'm talking to you, I feel like where part of your skill comes from is your experience, is the life that you have led. The journey, right? The ups and the downs, mainly the downs that you turned around, you turn them into gold, right? You use them for and to help the world, so to speak. So I want to say, congratulations. And let's look at the Three of Pentacles, which is right above that, if that is your situation. And I guess it doesn't have to be like I'm in a tarot contest, I'm in a spirituality contest. But I do feel something in that way. What it's saying is to do it your way, right? Don't change the things within yourself that make you special, that make you unique. These may be things that I don't love, right? But others see it in a different way. Sometimes I can't see what others are seeing about myself. So this is about trusting within your talent, within the collective, okay? Some of you, much like I felt the father figure up here, again, like a mother figure with the Ten of Swords coming up towards this energy. So some of you may have had some difficulty with your mother, or let's just say the person who was responsible for nurturing you, because it's not always our mother. You know, if I was adopted or whatever it could, whatever the reasons could be. So I see that there has been a little bit of difficulty with your mother. You know, I've been picking up, well, the last couple months, to be truthful, a lot of mother energy and father energy. I don't leave dads out of it too, but I feel like a lot of moms who have crossed over who now have come to help, right? To help from unconditional love, right? Doesn't mean I was that way on earth. If anything, probably the opposite. This is someone I feel like that I butted heads with a lot. Maybe praying to her, and you receive what it is you need to receive, the clarity you need, which again brings that Ace of Wands, which is movement, baby, right? It is healing. I can claim the healing. Let's keep going. Look at that. With the Hierophant again. There's that Ace of Pentacles. And look what the Ace of Pentacles is coming out. It's coming out on the Fool and the Six of Wands. So within that Ace of Pentacles, it's the ability, you know, there's some type of ability that you gain. You probably always had it, but it's something you're bringing to the forefront. And it is a way for people to see your point of view, to understand you, to understand your actions. You know, whatever it is that I've been trying to show people. It seems now is the time when people see what you're, you know, they get what you're saying. They appreciate what you're doing. And, you know, they start to see those qualities within you. Maybe they always have, but now they seem to be much more agreeable. And I don't know. I'm not sure. I just feel like there's a real change of heart. So, you know, sometimes we think we're the only ones going through the healing process. There's many people going through the healing process in different ways, in different formats. But nonetheless, here is this Ace of Pentacles. This is a blessing that seems to come into your material world. You know, I'm just going to be honest. I feel like for some of you, it feels like it's coming from your mother's hand or coming from your father's hand. And I feel like this is somebody who has passed. Now, maybe they're just literally handing you money to give you the ability to do what you wanted to do. But I feel like somehow, some way, like if this is my mother in heaven, she finds a way to get me that blessing, right? To get me what I was trying to manifest over here. Here it is. Look at this, the Hierophant. Hierophant is kind of beautiful because the Hierophant is coming on the High Priestess, hello, and the Hangman. So I'm looking for higher wisdom, right? I was searching for this higher wisdom. It's through this higher wisdom that I find the clarity that I need, right? You know, and part of that is looking back. I have a feeling something, as I was in the healing process, something I realized is maybe I can go back to my mother and father's relationship, and perhaps they weren't faithful to each other. So unknowingly, I picked that up. It became like part of me. And then I move into relationships and I find myself not trusting. Maybe I don't have a reason yet, but I don't trust first, right? So what are we normally supposed to do? Go in, trust, right? Trust, but be smart. Trust, but watch for the red flags. I feel like I feel a little different here, probably at a younger time where I couldn't trust. You know, I didn't know that, but I just felt like I was jealous all the time. And I feel like that stems from an earlier time, from someone else's relationship, not even your own, right? But you saw it, you witnessed it, you absorbed it, okay? And I feel like that is something you had to work out. I'm not saying people didn't give you reasons not to trust them, but I feel like I came to the table already in that type of energy, right? Like, I'm not giving someone a chance. I'm going to accuse them, or I'm going to find them guilty before they've even been able to lay out their case. Just keep going. Take a couple more over here. I have the Death card of Scorpio, which is now touching the Emperor. So I know some of you, I'm sorry, touching the Empress. I know some of you have a mother figure from above. And listen, this can be Mother Mary. You know, it's a higher energy. It's coming from unconditional love. It's showing that with the Ace of Cups, that anything pouring down is coming from unconditional love. So I do feel like, you know, these mothers crossed over. Mother figure. I'm going to keep saying that. Also the card of Scorpio, though. For some of you, you may have had this mother figure, maybe a Scorpio, maybe a Pisces. I have the Eight of Cups. And I have the Six of Cups. It's almost like Mom is saying, Sweetie, I want you to truly clear your emotional house. I want you to see the patterns. I want you to pay attention to what was, only so you can then move forward. Where are you moving after the Eight of Cups? You're moving into the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is about self-fulfillment. It is loving myself again. Now, it doesn't mean I love everything about myself, right? I don't look in the mirror and go, oh my God, you're so beautiful. No, I can still have like little issues like that, but I'm feeling the spirit of it all, right? I'm no longer feeling stuck down here on earth by myself. I'm feeling the connection of spirit with me along this walk. So this is someone, and I feel like it's the Empress, just saying, sweetie, I want you just to look at that, right? Because I want you to start moving out of that. And look what follows the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is about a younger energy. It's about a time period when, I have good memories about. This may be of your mother, right? This can be of another person, because it feels like through the wisdom of the mother figure, it helps me receive what clarity I need, enough so that I can start moving towards my desires. Some of you, the Six of Cups is this prince or princess from back in the day, right? Who comes into the picture, would like a chance, right? Would like to bring, to make some type of offering with you. I just want to be careful. I don't go back into previous energy where I automatically don't trust. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do here. But I feel like everything is stemming from what you truly want. Okay, I don't feel like this is anyone that I don't want in my life. I feel like this is someone that I want to come back into my life. And I have the Nine of Wands here too, so that could be of another lifetime also. Like a soulmate that I've traveled different lifetimes with, a twin flame. Let's not forget, we have the Sun and the Moon and the Ace of Cups. And I did see the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and that may be why. Because there's only one more card that I would look for. It would give me a definite, but I would say we're at 99.9 for some of you when it relates to a twin flame energy. So bottom line is, this is nothing I don't want. Maybe I'm just afraid of how it's going to come in. Maybe I'm afraid of what I can do with it. But nonetheless, I feel like not only did Source here, but it's like Mom jumps in and says, look, I'm going to help guide this now. I'm going to help guide it. We have two Empresses, and I could have two mothers working together to bring this this couple back into union. I feel like the mothers want that. Okay. Why are these cards down here and these cards are up there? Okay, actually I want to pick these up because I'm going to move the cards up. Move it up a little bit more. I have the Two of Wands coming over the Four of Cups. I have the Eight of Wands, wow, and I have the Princess of Wands. So let me show you this real quick. So first of all, we have the Two of Wands, and if I'm looking at the Four of Cups energy, I can see this person's focus is also on a cup, right? Also on a cup, but I'm not doing anything about it. I may wish that this cup came in, but I'm personally not doing anything about it. This is the energy of, sometimes not feeling right in my world, not feeling good within my life. Though if I truthfully look at it, I may not have that much to complain about. But that doesn't guarantee me happiness, right? I can live in a mansion and have all the chariots I want outside, but that is still does not guarantee me happiness. This is about something emotional, sometime in your emotional house that, you know, kind of like the hangman, but here I'm not really seeking the wisdom. I need to look at what I'm doing. Here is that Ace of Cups right here. We already had the Ace of Cups, so we know that it happens, right? Here it is. It's like if I allow myself within this energy, I could feel that that Ace exists, the Cup exists, right? But if I'm all kind of like in that woe is me type of energy, then I don't feel it. Or maybe I feel it, but I have no clue how to go about it, what to do with it. This is behind you. I often feel this is the hand of God bringing this in, even if it's coming within another person, like it's source. But our job within this energy is to stop looking at what's spilled over. This is about regret. Like I have all this regret. Look at his foot's on a letter. So I'm wondering, did he want to send that letter, or did he receive that letter and it brought him in this mode? This is more of feeling sorry for oneself than anything else. So I don't feel like, so this may be a letter that you wrote that you were afraid to send out, you know, your words. Yeah, I regret not saying the things that I wished I would have said. Well, it's not too late, right? If it's to my mother who has passed, well, then just say it, right? She's there. She's listening. Just say it. Just let it out, right? Let it out. Because if I turn around in this energy, if I stand up and literally turn around, here is that cup. Here is that Ace of Cups. And what follows that, what comes out on that, is the Two of Wands. So it's taking that Ace of Cups. I don't know why I just keep saying Ace. Taking that Ace and putting it to work. Using the opportunities that come from it, right? Seeing the positive in it. This is moving into optimistic energy. I may have to fight it here and there, right? Because I'm coming from the Four of Swords. Kind of like, woe is me. And I'm sorry I keep saying that. I don't mean that you don't have a right to feel the way you feel, but we're not meant to stay in certain types of energy. And if we do, then it is our choice. It is our choice. We're meant to get up, dust ourselves off, and keep moving, being proactive in our own life, right? Being proactive in one's life. So I feel like this is where the Two of Wands comes in. I'm getting there. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the optimism starting to seep in. This is thinking about a plan, being prepared to put it into place. I don't know that it's in place yet, but this is looking at things from a different angle. Real clarity. And then I love that the Princess, oh, I have two cards here. I love that the Princess of Wands follows that energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, by the way. I feel like what this is saying is, you know, it puts a spring back into your step. It makes you feel like you used to feel. For some of you, it's just talking about maybe saying yes to that offer, whether it be for a date or whatever it is. I feel it makes you feel like you used to feel. You know, like how you used to feel when you were young, and the giddiness of it all before the weight of the world came down on your shoulders. But this is about dusting those shoulders off. Keep going. Beautiful energy here. So I'm running with this light that's seeping in, and I'm running with it, right? I'm running with it. What else do I have here? Oh, and then look at that. We have the Eight of Wands. Well, my loves, this is very fast-moving energy. So much so that it can feel chaotic. Like, holy shit. This, to me, is energy of what I think about, I bring about. It's wanting to manifest, right? I like that it's coming over where I feel like optimism is starting to seep back in. And if I take that little seed and allow myself to allow it to fill me up, I move into the Princess of Wands energy. And listen, she's a go-getter. She's someone where, you know, literally if you call and be like, hey, you want to go to the movies tonight? Sure. You know, you want to take a long hike? Yeah, I'm there. You know, you want to have a love affair? That sounds juicy, right? She's not someone who just like, no, nah, no, can't do it. No, no. She doesn't put a lot of restrictions on herself. This may be a new way for you to be, but it's your authentic way. It's the way that you truly are. It's just like life burdens have held you down. Anyway, what I think about, I bring about. We know that. I know that you've been thinking because we open with the star energy. Again, it is of my own hopes and dreams, and it is manifesting as above, so below. You are not alone. You are not alone. So when I put myself in that mindset, everything changes quickly. Everything starts moving for the positive. Okay, let's keep going. This chariot keeps trying to take off before it's ready. I love that the Two of Wands is also falling over the Ten of Swords. So, you know, this is moving out of that energy. Just moving out of it. However I do it, some of it is coming because I'm willing to put down the swords. I'm willing to put down the harsh words. But I may be willing to do it because I'm about to move out of it also, right? Physically. For many of you, I feel like physically moving out of it. Some it's just mental. But that's enough. I have the Five of Swords coming over the Nine of Wands and the Six of Wands. Five of Swords, you know, we have the Six of Swords here, so this is about the argument, right? Five of Swords also is about change. The five, change, right? I need to change the way I am. I need to change the way I communicate. I need to change the people I allow in my life. I need to think about this kind of thing. Again, I feel like for some of you, it's like this, a family has been putting you down, putting you down, putting you down because they can't see your point of view. And I swear, something changes, and now everyone sees your point of view. I feel like for someone, you may have been communicating with your mother who has crossed over, and you're trying to tell other people. Maybe you're trying to tell your father. You're trying to tell other people, but I feel like they don't believe you, right? They just don't believe you. It's just not, it's ridiculous. Like, stop it. That type of energy. But you may get something that comes to you in the form of like what feels like real proof, because I do feel like you're changing people's opinions. You're changing the way they look at you. People are seeing you much stronger than they used to look at you. You know, maybe they looked at you and thought, they seem weak, but now it seems like you're strong. Hello, Sun. Sun's coming back out. So Leo, pretty strong in the reading also. You know, it's like the sun falls for you. The sun's following you around this month, and why shouldn't it, right? I do feel like that. I do feel like communication. Definitely some of you are connecting to above, and maybe this is something you've been working on and trying to figure out. I've done meditations, but, you know, I really want to connect to spirit. I feel like many of you are receiving messages. You are now able to connect. And why is that? Because you yourself changed your vibration. It's not that you couldn't connect before, but you were so much in that dark that you just weren't receiving it as it truly was. Now that seems to change, and those connections seem to come through free and clear, but it is because you changed yourself. You changed your, I want to say attitude. Now I sound like a mother. Like, change your attitude, young lady. You know, I've just seen my ways. I've seen what I've done. I've seen how I held myself back. I've seen how I let everyone else's opinions determine how I'm going to live my life. I mean, why didn't I give myself the credit that I give other people? You know, if my friend was going through my situation, I would have told her, you need to get up and you need to move. You need to stop putting so much stock into what other people think and say about you. It's about believing in yourself, right? So something does switch in you, and I do feel like a lot of mothers had, who have been working on this. Look at that, we have the Six of Wands back immediately again. So it's where you put your energy, and that's how other people are going to see you. Nine of Swords. You guys can't even see that. I'm sorry. We have the Hermit card of Virgo. Coming over the Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is about a Virgo. It doesn't have to be, but for some of you, it is. And you seem to have a worry around this Virgo, though. Again, there may be a particular Virgo that you want them to see. You want them to see your perspective of something. And I feel like you're a little worried that they won't. Excuse me. You know, I feel like for someone, there is this little stumbling block. And that stumbling block is you, and in the way you're thinking, okay? Because I feel like you have some real skill, or you have some real love to offer, or you have some type of a talent that you don't feel others will see you as the way you want them to see you. This is something you're creating within your own mind. I want you to know that. And what I mean by that is the talent you have is true talent. The skills you have is true skills. And you need to trust in yourself. Truly trust in yourself. But I do feel like, you know, in particular, this Queen of Pentacles seems to come up and put you kind of in a little bit of a worry state. You know, I feel like there's also the energy of some of you are worried that you, again, that worry of people not seeing it my way, not understanding what I'm trying to present. I'm seeing this Hermit, and I'm seeing all the stars. So for some of you, I feel like I need to say Virgo and Aquarius. Let's keep going. I forgot I have cards in my hand. Princess of Cups. So this is something that's coming in. This is something that comes in somewhat of a surprise. And it may shake me a little. But that's okay, because it comes from love. It comes from love. Stems from love. I have Temperance. All my cards are reversed. Not reversed, upside down. So I have Temperance next to the Princess of Cups. Temperance is a card of Sagittarius. Temperance is about divine timing, divine order. You'll be in the right place at the right time, and that's somewhat all you need to know, right? It's about leaving go of expectations and letting divine do its divine work in your life. It talks about patience, right? It took time for things to develop and then clear, but it's allowing it to clear. I feel like when Temperance shows up in a reading, I can let down my worries, and I can just trust. Temperance's talk about what's ever coming in will be of the heart, will make you feel good. Let's just put it that way. But it is of the heart, and whatever is in the energy is worth waiting for. I have the Two of Swords coming over the Nine of Wands with the Queen of Wands. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This has the fire directly connected to the Hierophant. Well, there's so much connection here. I hate to just say, oh, it's on these people. And then the Seven of Pentacles, which is your last card, which I have to tell you, I love when the Seven of Pentacles comes up, because to me, And by the way, this is how I feel when I read tarot. It's, sure, there are traditional meanings of the tarot cards, and I always keep them in mind, so to speak, but I truly go off of what I'm feeling, my intuition. What is this card trying to pull me to or pull me out of? I allow myself to feel the energy, and I'm always looking at the whole spread because it's all speaking, right? It's all speaking together. But I guess what I'm trying to say is those who are just new in tarot, I don't know that you should worry your brain so much about, do I know the meanings? And I know there's some people who only do it the traditional way, and that's okay. Just, don't go around judging other people and how they do it. I think, who am I to judge how you read your cards, right, in your home or in your office? It's not up to me, I don't have to accept it, but I just turn it off. Why am I saying all that? I'm not angry, guys. I'm really not angry, and I'm not worried about how other people view me. Even though sometimes I may say it in a comment or in a video, it's not that I worry. I don't worry. I know that I can't please all the people, but I know that the people who are meant to hear my messages will. I trust my guides, and I trust your guides. But what I'm saying is, don't get so fixated on, oh my God, what does it mean? What does it mean, right? Don't do that. Just go with what you're feeling. Spout it out. You can always edit later. I don't edit. I just let it out. Okay, but it took me a little while to trust my own intuition too. So anyways, and that's what the Seven of Pentacles is to me. It is a seed of intention. It is much like the star, right? As above, so below. Bringing that seed to within my physical world now. This is about the patience it takes to allow a seed to develop fully, right? I'm nurturing the thought of it. I'm nurturing the idea of it. But other than that, I'm not sitting here like, come on, seed, come on, seed, come on, seed, come on, because it won't, it's like watching a pot of water waiting for it to boil. Walk away. Walk away and be proactive in your life, and the seed comes up when it's meant to come up. Some of you with the Nine of Swords or the Nine of Wands here, this is a seed of intention that had been planted another lifetime ago. So it can be the bringing back of my soul member, my soul family, bringing back my twin flame, that type of thing. And I often feel like when I start to yearn for something, it's because something in that energy is coming to me. Not always through a person, right? Doesn't mean it's always the right person. If I pay attention, I'll know this. If I listen to my intuition, I will know this. Any red flags that are showing, it's so I can just be aware of the situation I find myself in. If I ignore those red flags, then I just have to, I can't put that blame on anyone else but myself. So anyway, I like when the Seven of Pentacles comes out because I know this is part of destiny. I know this is what your soul, your soul's request. Not just the human part of you, but also the soul and the spirit working together to bring you something of substance, something that matters, okay? Something that you can mark time by. It's like a time imprint. But I do see a little worry about that. And I feel like the worry for some of you may come about the time period. Like it seems like it's just been forever since things have fallen in my favor. Well, now is the time for things to fall in your favor. But it requires a few things from you, right? It's change of my mindset. I'm moving into optimistic energy, no matter what, right? If I am around the energy of constant screaming and fighting, I need to figure my part in that just so I can stop it. I don't have to, whether I'm leaving it or I'm learning to deal in a different way. This could be the whole family, though I don't have the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like it'd be more on your side. Someone else may not want to change, but that doesn't mean you can't. Anyway, so we have the star there too. And I feel like what this is just saying is that you know, once I get out of the swords energy, right? Once I get out of that and the sun starts to seep in, the warmth of the sun, the clarity from the moon starts to show itself, then I can move confidently into my dreams, into that next seed of intention. Different things for different people, different strokes for different folks. But it's all about change. I'm seeing that 5 right in the middle. It's like about the change with the sun on its side, moving into warmer, brighter days, right? People now seeing things from your perspective. Maybe you change the way that you present something also. And therefore, it changes how others see it. I want to just look at one more thing before I let you go. Actually, I'm just going to pull a card. I'm going to look at that 9 of Swords a little closer. I have the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and I thought I had a Cups person below there, but I don't. I have Cups earlier. So again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and this can be the energy if I'm thinking about moving into a relationship, right? If I'm thinking about giving someone an opportunity, or I'm going in. Don't forget, this is also about you being proactive in your life. So, you know, I had someone leave a message and said, leave a comment, and they were talking about, you know, they had regret over saying something to a boyfriend, and because of that, you know, there was a split. And now she was sitting, waiting and waiting and waiting for him to call. And right off the bat, my first instinct was, why don't you pick up the phone and just call him? You know, being proactive. And one's like, we don't always have to wait for someone to call us. If you want to know the truth, pick up the phone, call, lay it on the table. Be willing to hear the good or the bad, you know, whatever comes from that. Because what that then does, it gets you out of that mode of waiting for someone else, waiting for that person to decide what's going to happen in your life. Be proactive. I did it with Sam. Sam and I got in a big fight. There was about a month we didn't talk, and I picked up the phone. I swallowed my pride. I picked up the phone, and, you know, now we're about to move in together. It's been a long time coming, and there was many things we had to work through, but we knew that we wanted to. And all I'm saying is, don't always wait for someone else to do something. Sometimes we need to be proactive, and then be willing to accept whatever falls in front of us. They say no, but then you know, right? Then you know, and you can get out of that mindset. I hope more people take my advice on that, because otherwise you're just left in this limbo, kind of like the hangman, a limbo of, you know, when are they going to call? What's going on? My phone won't ring, right? Don't allow yourself to stay in that energy. Be proactive. That's what I think. And I feel like this is what it's talking about. King of Cups, if we're going to look at kings and, you know, what they're capable of, King of Cups to me is someone who comes with a very open heart, right? This is someone who knows I'm better in love than without it. At least that's a feeling, right? I'm better within a relationship than without it. And some people who say that, I feel like you need to spend a little time on your own, because I feel like you'll find that you can have a great life with or without love, that type of romantic love. I think love still comes in, but what I mean is I think that time alone sometimes is really important. Anyway, and so I'm looking at the 9 of Swords, and I feel like this is me worrying about, can I come to the table with this type of energy, or will someone else come to the table with this type of energy? Will they come in and they love me? Right? Will they come in and truly love me? Can I go into a relationship and truly let love lead and not ego? Right? I want love. If it's in reverse, then we could all be talking about ego, but it's not. So I feel like it is the question of, can I? Should I? And the answer is, you know, if you're going to get in a relationship, then come from love, right? Come from love. Fix the elements that need fixed, and then move into a relationship. Sometimes we should spend a moment looking at things, talking about things, and then make a decision. Anyway, it's saying take the fear out of it, right? If I come from love, love will be mine. Come from love. Come from love. Come from love. And allow others to come from love. Learn to accept their love, right? And remember that love can look different to different people. People can act different ways that are in love. Not about judging how they're loving. You know, we learn what we can accept and what we can't accept. Bottom line. But bottom line here is something that's coming in was worth the wait. Definitely worth the wait. It changes me. Well, actually, I feel like I changed myself first. I start to live towards my hopes and my dreams, and not about the regret I have, and this I have, and that I missed, and what I don't have. Yeah, this is starting to look at the future in a very optimistic way. Many of you, again, have some beautiful mother figures coming through, and, you know, I use that word, how do I want to say? I want to say lightly, because I know for some of you, you know, when this mother was on earth, you may not have said, "Oh, my lovely mother," but they have evolved, right? Now this energy is coming from unconditional love. They have seen their ways, right? They have been made to watch a life review on how it affected everyone involved in their life, including themselves. So there's a real clarity that comes from that. So, what time do we have? 1:16. Okay, because I feel like I want to do an oracle card for you. Especially with the star energy out here. So let's go ahead and do a Mother Mary card. Especially with so many empresses out here. I feel like my nail polish goes perfect with your reading for some reason. Like, I feel like red is what I needed to wear. Okay. Well, that didn't take long. Giving and receiving. This is also the energy of the Six of Pentacles. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. So let's read from it. This is a message about bringing your life into greater balance. Are you resentful as your role as a caretaker, or do you feel like you're being used or unappreciated? If so, you need to balance your giving tendencies through creating and noticing opportunities to receive. If this seems impossible because others aren't cooperating with you, then Mother Mary will help you heal this pattern. Occasionally, people will be imbalanced where they're taking or expecting to receive more than they're willing to give. Signs of this include feeling stuck or stagnant, experiencing a lack of new opportunities, or financial difficulties. Both patterns are easily elevated by practicing daily giving and receiving. You can count how many times you give, or make sure to receive an equal number of times. Examples of giving include smiling at a person or saying hello, volunteering your help, making a donation, offering a sincere compliment, making time for someone, and being a good listener. Examples of receiving include noticing beauty around you, saying thank you and meaning it, feeling appreciation and gratitude for your current blessings, and requesting and accepting someone's help. Beautiful. And I think that's where we'll leave your reading. So this is the energy to prepare for, giving and receiving. I want to thank you guys, as always. Thank you for allowing me to begin a new year. I'm excited about it. I feel good about 2020. And again, it is the year of the Emperor. So do a little research on that. Really arm yourself with knowledge, and you'll feel much more confident. This is the year I feel dreams are coming true, especially within our material world. I definitely feel dreams are coming true. Some of you, this is the year where you're going to start connecting with spirit like never before. It becomes your GPS, so to speak. So just thank you for letting me be a part of all of it, for letting me witness all of it, and for allowing me to bring you these messages through my guides, but also through your guides. So thank you just for being open to all of it. Thank you for your beautiful donations. Your donations are helping more right now than you know, because I ran into some problems getting me from here to Sam's in Pennsylvania. So your donations are so appreciated right now. I truly do appreciate it. Another reason why I want to get the readings done for February, because I don't want you to go without. And this is really the only way I could figure out how to do both. So, anyways, guys, I love you so much. Keep rocking your lives, right? Keep kicking ass. Take no prisoners. Go, go, go. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.